Shalom to the elect of Israel. Got to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, waking up the hopeful elect. Coming up to another lesson. The Lord's willing to be edifying. I'm Isaiah, coming at you another lesson of edification, truth, and facts. And shalom to the Akwa for listening and learning. Now this is a Jake, and this show is called the Advise Show. So and he be going into some good topics. So I just caught a little clip. It's like an 8-minute little clip, and he going into a good topic, man, about these Edomites down there in Houston. So just a little 8-minute clip, and I got a couple precepts to line up what he's saying. So Lord, wouldn't this be edifying? And we're gonna get into it.
There was a sign posted by a white supremacist in Houston. Now, this particular sign was at the First Ward entrance, so we'll put the picture up. And as you can see, they put out this sign that says, "New HPD law, blacks can't walk or work in this neighborhood." Now, they had a woman by the name of Gloria Perez. She passed by, she saw the sign. She took it upon herself to take that sign down and throw it into the trash. She also made a report to the police. Now, the police said they was going to look into it. No one had called them about it until, Gloria had said something about the sign. Now, we have the white supremacists lurking everywhere. And, of course, they will put out a sign like this. And many people on Twitter, they was responding to this particular incident. They were stating, yeah, just look at this blatant-ish. Racists nowadays have no shame in hiding. It said, funny how cops haven't caught anyone. Sick of this. I feel so sorry for our next generations. Another person tweeted, shaking my head. What would the world look like if racist bigots disappeared? What century is this? Racism is ugly. What the world would look like, it would look like a very, very beautiful place. A place that we could have peace and tranquility, and, a place that we could actually have some sort of heaven on earth to a point, because without racism and white supremacy, you don't realize how oppressive it is, how evil it is, and how it has infected everywhere it has put its foot. You have to understand that, whether it's here.
So this is 2 precepts I'm going to read, right? Because people got to understand they are our enemies, man. Okay? They are our enemies. This is Genesis chapter 3 and verse 15. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. Okay? Listen, man. We're not meant to be together, man. Okay? That's enmity between the Israelites and the Edomites, man. It's enmity, man. This is Genesis chapter 25 and verse 22. And the children struggled together within her, talking about Rebekah. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord Yahweh. And the Lord Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. 2 nations are in her womb, 2 manner of people shall be separated from her bowels. That's the enmity that I just read to you in Genesis 3 and 15. Okay, so you people got to get over it, man.
In the United States, whether it's in Latin countries, because as I'm getting to start to learn more and more about those who are brought to the different areas in the transatlantic slave trade and the attitudes that are in places like Mexico or Brazil or Guyana or many other places outside of those I just named that our African ancestors was taken to, it's the same thing literally. the same white supremacist ideals. It's all the same. Because you know that we did our Building Bridges conference, and what the mission of that is to join the diaspora together. That's what we're trying to do. So looking at...
And he talking about the so-called Negroes, the so-called Hispanics, and the so-called Native Americans. Okay?
Into those countries, I'm learning a whole lot of new things of how white supremacy thrives in those countries as well. Now, to the white supremacists that are here, once again, we talked about how they are our perpetual stalkers. Do you see how they would take their time? They will spend money to talk about black folk. They will risk getting caught. They will risk losing a job, losing a business to talk about black folk. And if so ignorant, HPD or no police department make laws. Only a city or a state or the federal government makes laws. That's why you knew you're dealing with an ignorant cave white supremacist. It's just that simple. Now, what I would say to black folks, enjoy yourself in First Ward, walk around, work there, continue to do what you're doing. Because, you know, down here in Houston, we don't really have too many issues like that. Yes, you got those evil white supremacists everywhere in this country somewhere, but there are more people that are black and also Hispanic, Asian, etc., that outnumber them in Houston, just completely. You know, the mayor's black, a lot of city council's black, you have a lot of black folks on the school board. I mean, Houston is starting to turn a little bit more and more like Atlanta when you talk about the black representation. And more black people are moving into Houston every day, coming from these northern states, as we have what they call a reverse migration. Because remember the original Great Migration, black people fled a lot of persecution with the white supremacist terrorism in a lot of those southern states. How many of us are coming back? And that's why I tell black folks, get involved in every area of the city. Get involved in becoming judges, becoming, you know, either mayor, city council, be on the school board. To get involved with everything you can politically. Run for Congress, run for Senate. You know, Sheila Jackson Lee and Al Green need to go. They too old school. They too...
See, that's being part of the Esau system, man. We don't need to be doing that, man. Okay? That's why when you watch certain video, you got to pick the meat from the bones, man. We don't supposed to be a part of Esau's government, man. No way, shape, or form, man. Okay? Not being a part of this system, man. That's voting, being a part of government. Now, we all got to make our bread because we got bills to pay. But being a part of a system just to try to get some justice, man. We ain't going to get no justice from these Edomites, man. Okay? We ain't going to get no justice, man. This is Job 16:11. God hath delivered me to the ungodly and turned me over into the hands of the wicked, man. Okay, we in the hands of the wicked, man. We don't supposed to be trying to... The Lord say, when tell you in Ezekiel, in Isaiah 30, man, woe to them, to my people, man, that go down to Egypt for help, man, that take counsel but not of me. Hey, man, you're supposed to be trying to be a part of this system, man. We got to work to pay our bills, man, and praise the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man, to give us strength and give us the endurance, man. Not trying to be a part of the system. So it's just certain things, you know, different people go off on when they do little clips like this. So you got to know how to pick the meat from the bones, man.
Corrupted. They so-called for the Congressional Black Caucus, so they don't fight for anything for black folk. I don't have nothing personal against Al Green and Sheila Jackson Lee. I don't know them to say they did me anything personal, but I'm looking at for the group, how you have a Congressional Black Caucus but you'll fight for black issues. But these racists and white supremacists, you know, they're going to continue to do more things like this, put out signs, and they'll be more violent because their time is up. Their time is completely up. If you want to understand how their time is up, go to the World Bank and look at the birth rates. Just look at it. Study the birth rates of every European nation.
And that's true.
You'll see, as they see their white supremacy slipping. Well, yes, it's slipping out their hands.
Now, when he say that their time is up, he said go to the banks. We don't got to do that, man. We can go to these scriptures, man. Okay? Now, he's right. Their birth rate. Okay? This was in RT News, man. that the Edomites are dying faster than they're being born, man. They can't reproduce. Okay? You got the opioid crisis at an all-time high. You got their suicide rate at an all-time high. And their ODing rate at an all-time high, man. Okay? Now, let's get some precepts on. He said, if you want to see, go to the bank. We don't got to do. We can go to the scriptures and prove that their time is up, man. Okay? Now, this is Job chapter 14 and verse 5. Seeing, and Job wrote about the Edomites constantly, man. Okay? Because he was around them Edomites, man. This is Job 14 and 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, meaning with the Most High. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Okay? So their days are already numbered, man. They can't pass their days, man. Okay? Another precept. The precept that, man. This is Psalms 104, verse 9. And it's beautiful. These precepts are beautiful, man. Psalms 104, verse 9. And it reads, Thou hast set a bound that they may not pass over, that they turn not again to cover the earth. Hey, if that ain't talking about Esau, Edom, who is talking about? Read this again, man. This is a precept to Job 14 and 5. This is Psalm 104, verse 9. Thou hast set a bound that they may not pass over, that they turn not again to cover the earth. What Job 9:24 said, the earth was given to the hand of the wicked. Okay? I just read to you in Job, and he said that the Lord gave us over to the wicked, man. I'm going to read it again. Job 16:11. God hath delivered me to the ungodly and turned me over into the hand of the wicked. We know who the wicked is according to Malachi 1 and 3, man. Okay, in verse 3 and 4. The wicked is the Edomites, man. Okay? Your rulers. Starting with the Rothschilds, man. So their days are numbered, man. They cannot pass their days, man. Okay? This is Job 21 and 13. They spend their days in wealth and in a moment go down to the grave. Hey, man, so their days is numbered, man. Okay? The Lord got their days already numbered that they are not going to pass, man. That's why they pushing to destroy us, man, with chemtrails, GMO food, contaminated water, vaccines with the kids, okay? This 5G, this 4G, killing you, man, with different diseases. Okay, the CDC. Why? Because their days are numbered, man. And they trying to destroy you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans quick as possible, man. Precept. This is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. And it reads, Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he know that he have but a short time, man. Okay? The Lord got their days numbered, man. It's over for these demons, man. They're done, man. Stick a fork in them all the way through, man.
And Donald Trump can't save them or stop that.
He can't save them, man.
No matter how crazy he is. The thing is, everyone had their time in the spectrum of the world.
Come.
And their time is coming to a close.
It's coming.
So instead of them just dealing like every other group and ride off to the sunset, they're going to continue to be violent. They're going to do more and more things like this that we see. So that's why I try to warn black folks is that you need to quickly unify. We need to quickly take care of ourselves and the issues in our community, because you can't depend on them.
Yeah, I gotta say this too, man, cause my brother, he say this all the time, man. The danger, and he just said it too. Hey, man, they ain't finna just ride off in the sun like an old Clint Eastwood movie, man. Okay, they're not finna just ride off in the sun, man. Hey, it's over for you Edomites, man. You're done, man. Okay. Matter of fact, I got a precept for that. This is Lamentation chapter 4 and verse 22. Verse 21. Lamentation chapter 4, verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. So you might well party it up, man, like it's 1999, okay? You got money, you better go blow it up, man. Go spin out, man. Go enjoy life. Okay, Lamentation 4:20 and 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. Now, what was Job staying at? In the land of Uz, man. That's why he wrote about these demons, man. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. Okay? The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He will no more carry thee away into captivity, and will visit thine iniquities, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And that cup you finna drink, man, is a double portion, man. Okay? Captivity, rape, rob, murder. Oh yeah, because your wife's gonna be ravished, man. And you and your kids gonna be, your head's gonna get bashed in, man. Okay? So your punishment is upon your head, man. So you might rejoice and be glad and live it up while you can.
For too much longer, because they can't even fix their own issue.
They can't fix their own issues.
And these white supremacists, they're gonna allow them to run amok in society. It don't matter if they do things to other white folks, because reeling them in is like reeling in some of their family members. And they just, from what I see, they just cannot do that. They don't want to do that. Unless they really do something crazy like a Charlottesville, then that's when they want to act. And then they're slow to act then. Because the Charlottesville was going on, you remember the police were just standing around not doing crap. Letting them just fight and tear up the place. But let it be black folks, they wouldn't get that far. At all.
Straight up.
But, you know, y'all can continue to make your signs, you can put it up, and that's fine. We're going to do what we want to do. We're going to be in Houston. You're going to keep stalking us. You're going to keep following us on social media. Remember, we're relevant as black people. We're relevant to you. See, no one is putting out signs against you. You know that? Because you're not relevant enough for us to go to waste our money and time to stencil some signs. We don't do that because you ain't worth crap. I'm talking about the white supremacists. You notice how we don't follow you everywhere, and we don't do that with you. So just the mere sight of you, a lot of times, whether you realize this or not, brings condemnation upon the white supremacists. Because every time they look at you, they got to deal with the guilt of what they done to you and your ancestors, and how this system is still slighted against you. That's why they get so angry when they see you and have a hatred for you without a cause, because of their sickness and evil. But I don't think this particular white supremacist is going to get caught, not whatsoever. But hey, we want to make us always be on alert here in Houston. Keep your eyes on the swivel. These white supremacists will always look for an opportunity if we keep our guard down. But leave me a comment, let me know what you think about.
Hey, man, and there you go, okay? These devils is finished, man. This is Job chapter 27, verse 13. This is the portion of a wicked man with power, and his heritage and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty. Okay? If his children are multiplied, if his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, man. Okay? It is for the sword. And his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. Listen, man. It's finna come down on the Edomites, man. Heavy. Okay? And I want to go into so many precepts, man, in Job. But I'm gonna read this one. This is Job 15. Because it said if his children be multiplied, they are multiplied for the sword. So listen to this precept. This is Job chapter 15 and verse 22. He believeth not that he shall return out of darkness, and he is waiting for of the sword, man. Okay? He waiting for the sword, man. The Lord finna bring the hammer on these Edomites. Them and their kids, man. Okay? So we shall dash them into pieces. We shall dash their kids into pieces before their eyes. And we're going to dash them into pieces, man. The same way they did to us. But they're going to get a double portion, man. That's Revelation 18 and 6. And that's Jeremiah 16 and 18. Okay? They're going to get a double portion, man. The big payback, man. Like James Brown said, man, the big payback, man. Because guess what? What you did to us wasn't right. But we're going to do it to you in righteousness, man. in righteousness. Okay, the Lord say in Ezekiel 25:14, by the hand of my people Israel, he will do to Edom, you Idumeans, you Khazarian Empire, you Amalekites, okay, you Edomites. So with that, the Lord's willing to edifying. I want to say all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekah Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to the Akim, pushing this truth to all the Akim, pushing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, waking up the hope for the elect. Shalom to the Akwa who are listening and learning. Shalom.